If I blow this up. Oh, oh, finna go ahead and boot you now. And just like that, you gone. Nobody saw you comment. Nobody saw it, sir. You didn't even get it off. I saw it when it was popping up. I saw you when you typed the in. You done. You done. You out of here. Everybody say good night to the bad guy. Your ass is grass. But some of y'all so racist, you can't even help it. You just see a black person and you just go into that. Knowing damn well you would never do nothing like that in person. Cause somebody will fire you up and knock your head off your shoulders. Instead, you go online and get to typing and shit like you ain't about that. Stop. You just embarrassing yourself. You just making a fool out of yourself. That's all you doing. You need to stop it. Save the drama for your mama. Yeah, I remember that. Save the drama for your mama. That shit was funny. I don't know if they got it on or no. I don't see it. Save the drama for your mama. If you tickle me without screen, If you tickle me, I would laugh, Speedy. But y'all come over here trolling. What's the deal with the trolling when it comes to the internet? What's up with that? Y'all don't want to talk about the topic. Y'all just want to start trolling. I swear, y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. At least you didn't come in here and start calling me the N word like somebody just did, and I had to boot him off the channel. At least you didn't do that. At least you didn't do that. But for those of you who are watching, and I hope y'all continue to watch, make sure y'all hit the like button, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell once you do. But as you can see, the topic for the day is, does everybody always have a side piece? And we talking about relationships. So does everybody always have a side piece? Because in my opinion, I think a lot of people do that. Now, me personally, I don't do that. And then I know some people may be like, nah, you lying. Because most dudes always have side pieces, but that's just not me. I don't have the energy. I don't got I just don't have the energy to deal with trying to talk to multiple people. Like, I'm cool with talking to one person at a time. But I know how some people are, they feel like they need to be with this person, and then I gotta have a just in case person if this doesn't work out. And I feel like if you somebody who is like that, then you really not ready to be in a committed relationship, because you always got this whole one foot in, one foot out thing going on. And I'm just not with that. I'm not with anybody having one foot in, one foot out. Now, when you get into relationships with people or you begin to talk to them, like, you can immediately tell if they serious or not, whether they say it or not. Most of the time, most people gonna say, "Yeah, I'm looking for a serious relationship." But even if they don't, you can tell when people are generally serious and when they generally not. Like, I think people got to be honest about that. They try to make it seem as if, well, I'm not sure, so I gotta keep this number in my phone, or I need to keep this person on the side, or I just gotta have something extra going on because I don't know how this relationship is gonna go. I don't know how much I really like this person. Yeah, you know how much you really like this person. Yeah, you really know how much you really like this person. But y'all be trolling. Y'all be trolling. But like I say, most people that I've interacted with, most women that I've interacted with, even without telling me, you can tell that they have that whole one foot in, one foot out thing going on. I'm just being honest with you. Even when they don't say it, because if you ask women enough questions and you just talk to them, just have a conversations with them, they reveal stuff. I don't know if they intentionally knowing that they reveal stuff, but they reveal things all the time. And the more that you talk to them, especially if you're serious about them, you start putting things in your memory bank, and you like, I remember she said this. I remember she said this. I remember she done this or acted this certain way. Now all of a sudden you telling me something different, or what happened. Let's say, for instance, like, y'all were talking 2 weeks ago, and she was saying what she was doing on a particular day. Maybe she said with her friends or homegirls, and then you talk to her 3 weeks later, and she just totally forgot what she said. Now she talking about, you know, what she went somewhere with somebody else, and she probably didn't say a guy, but in my head, I'm gonna be like, oh, you lied. So that just makes me think that you're a liar. And you were probably with another dude. You still just covering it up. Now you coming with another lie because you don't remember exactly what you said. You know what I mean? Which is crazy. Now, it's crazy when you come on in the middle of the day, the type of trolls that you get. This is insane. That's crazy. But as y'all can tell, pertaining to the topic, if you look at a couple of these clips that I'm going to show you, we can get into it. So let's check this out. Let's check out this first clip.
Is this?
You
Who
were
is
gonna
this?
cheat on me soon.
What?
I know, because I'm an empath.
I was not gonna cheat on you.
I had
What are
to
you
cheat on
talking
you
about?
because you were literally gonna cheat on me.
Sorry. Go, get out.
Close
Get
the
out.
door.
Go,
Shut the
get
door.
out.
Shut
I
it.
wasn't gonna cheat on you. What are
And now
talking
you
about?
don't believe me, so I don't trust you. And now I'm hurt and confused. So just leave.
What are you
so
talking about?
manipulative.
Oh
And
my
you're
God.
so toxic.
She blamed it on him. She said, I had to cheat on you first because I knew that you were going to cheat on me because I'm an empath. Really? Is that what we doing now? Let me go ahead and cheat on you before you cheat on me. That's what's going on. What's up, lunatic? That's exactly what's going on with a lot of these relationships. Like I said, I'm dealing with somebody right now where I'm just like, she'll claim that I don't know what I want, but I know what I want. The thing is, I listen to what she says and I watch how she operates and how she moves. And I'm remembering things that she said and what she did. And at times I feel like you are, because see, this is what her and a lot of other women, I ain't even gonna put this just on her, but a lot of other women, they keep trying to make it seem as if we're in this dating stage and you have to let me know that this is serious. And I let her know that it's serious. But she keeps playing this game as if I didn't tell her that. And so she keeps going to, most people, they do have or talking to somebody. It may necessarily involve sex, but I don't play that game. I don't play that game. And that's why right now we talk, but she doesn't get the type of time that she would want from me because I'm just not gonna give it to her. Cause I'm like, nah. You can say you're dating other people, but I don't trust that. We know how a lot of these women are. Y'all out here sleeping with different dudes. Y'all, he taking you out to eat and y'all and she and you and he knocking you down. That's what's going on. He knocking you down, and then it's probably another guy that's knocking you down, and there's another guy on the phone that gets you food. It's another guy on the phone that take you on trips. We know how this goes. We know how this goes. And so I can recall about a week ago we had this conversation, and she was like, "You are so hardline. You are so tough." I'm like, "Yes, I'm tough like that." What's up, Peep Game TV? I know she lying. It's clear she lying, bro. It's clear that she's lying. She just, I already ran. I'm talking to her, but she ain't getting none of my time. She ain't, we not going out or none of that shit. Like she just texted me about an hour ago. Was like, what you doing? She's in my city. You know what that mean? She want to hang out. But in my mind, if we hang out, oh, I'm just fucking. I'm just being honest with you. When I see women like that, I'm just knocking you down. I'm not that type of dude. I'm not gonna be like, oh man, fuck you. All right, you want to play that game? I'm gonna do it. We just gonna have sex and then I'm gone. I got my own spot. You can come over here, you can get the D, and you can dip. I'll let you want to go get something to eat and go to. I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm busy. I'm busy. I just came from a meeting at my job. I don't need to hang out with you. You're not my priority. Because in my opinion, if I'm an option, then you an option. I ain't nobody's option. I'm a man. I ain't no option. I'll make the choice for you. If you gonna have options, you can be with that dude over there. He can buy you things and splurge on you and take you out do with all the other shit. He can do all. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I'm just gonna play the goofy game that you play. So don't get mad when I'm running the same game on you that you tried to run on me. That's why I say when women talk and you're talking to them, we need to listen. Don't get pissed off about certain things that they say. Just let them talk. Because they always talk themselves in a hole. They do it every time. They reveal what they got going on every single time. Every single time. They reveal exactly what they got going on. It's not a coincidence that this type of things happen. It's not. I know so many women that do this. I got female cousins. I got a female friend who I know. She's pretty, beautiful, and Plenty of dudes liked her. And she could have easily settled down with somebody. Easily. Because dudes like really liked her. But she thought she thinks that she's so fine that she can play that game. Like, oh, I don't know what I really want. And because she looking for she looking for the sixes, the 6 foot, 6 pack, all of that bull. She on that dumb shit, like literally. That same shit that some of these dudes talk about that these women want, they describe her to a T. And it doesn't make any sense because she can cook, she's pretty, she works out, and it's like, why you just don't pick a good dude? Why do you consistently pick these bad dudes who you be talking about just fucking you? They ain't trying to do nothing with you. She was living with a guy, and basically he was just fucking her. She was in-house pussy. And I tried to tell her, which was some shit I shouldn't even done, but because we was friends and she kept calling me about this shit, and I used to be like, I don't care. Stop calling me. And then finally I told her straight up, I was like, look, you just in-house pussy. That's it. And then once I said that, she was like, yeah, you're right. And I'm thinking, it was almost like she felt relieved for me to tell her that. Like she already knew this. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Tom says, you'll splurge if you think you don't deserve her. Nah, that's not me. That's not me. If I think I don't deserve you, then I'm not splurging. Because if I'm thinking like that, then that means I feel like I'm inferior. Like I don't like it wouldn't even work out even if I tried. So I wouldn't do it. That's just me. That's just me. Like I'm not. If I feel like damn she out of my league, I ain't finna do all of that. Cause if I'm thinking like that, then I know I'm eventually lose to a better guy. So I wouldn't even splurge. I wouldn't even do that. I just operate with women that's on my level. If they fall in my range, as far as looks, as far as money, like I'm cool with that. I'm not I'm not delusional like some men are who think that they deserve these just extravagant, beautiful, exotic women. Sure, I could probably get one of them, but look, I'm cool with a pretty chick, normal, pretty with no makeup, works out, has a decent job. She ain't gotta be the best paying woman. I'm cool with that. And I don't feel like I'm selling myself short when I say that. I'm more of a realist, and that does not bother me like it will bother other people. Because so many people try to date or talk to people out of their range. That person is not in your range. You got to be honest. You're not. You're not a NFL player. You're not finna get that. You're not a mega star. You're not wealthy. You ain't finna get that. Now, if I was rich and I had a lot of money, oh man, I'm going after all them types of chicks. I don't care what I look like because I know they want money. I'm just playing the game how it's laid out. That's it. She queefs. I bet she does. You crazy. Well, them trolls be out. The trolls be out, y'all. And this is why I say that this is how women think. Lunatic Libertarian says humans don't know how to build a life together. I believe it. We don't. Especially the way society is now. It's like you can't even trust somebody to want to build a life with them. Sometimes if you do meet the right person, you may feel like it's too good to be true. You got all kind of factors working against you now. All kinds of factors working against you. And like I say, with people with this whole 1 foot in, 1 foot out thing going on, I'm not the type of person to even trust that. That's why I wouldn't even begin to build with you unless I know that you're serious about this situation. But if you ain't serious, we ain't got nothing to talk about. We ain't got nothing to talk about. Say program reality, yeah. That see, yeah, program reality. So many people see things on TV. For one, a lot of women have that Disney life that they think that they supposed to have, and then men think that they supposed to get this top notch, the bad chick. When you ain't on that level, you just a regular dude. So we seeing things happen on the internet. We seeing folks living these lives, and come to find out, a lot of these folks is living these lives online. It's not even what it really is. You find out that they broke. You find out that they living in cars. You like, damn, they've been doing skits for 10 years. They got 2 million followers. You seeing them driving cars and stuff. Come to find out, those are rented. The houses are rented. They broke. Like, where did your money go? Or was you even making any money? So we trying to live up to people who live in fake lives. So that means that a lot of us won't even achieve that. And they just putting on the show. Most humans thrive off their insecurities. Yep. Yeah. I agree with that. It said X experiences widespread outage. That's what I'm looking at on TV. Yeah, hell yeah. Twitter been tripping like a mug. What's up, the Butch? Yeah, but Lunatic says most humans thrive off their insecurities. They do. And once people feel that void for them, they fall for it. That's why I say the people with the 1 foot in, 1 foot out thing, they always feel like they gotta have somebody. They insecure about themselves. So that's why they always had that backup plan. Oh, I got this chick on the side, or I got this dude on the side. Just in case this don't go right. I can just slide right into this one. That don't go right. I got another one. I can slide right into that one. That way I don't never feel hurt. I could never be hurt. I could never get upset because I always got somebody on the side. I always got somebody on the side. The Butch says these new age women are the worst this year. Man, I've been experiencing bad women. That's why I play it like I play it. Once I get signs of the way that they are, the way that they conduct themselves, I just give you, I just play the game right with you. I give you what you want. You trying to, you trying to fuck me over? Okay, I'm just gonna give you the D. I'm gonna act like I'm gonna, take you out and do this, and then when I smash, I'm gonna stop calling. People call me an asshole, but that's how I operate now. That's how I operate. You said you recommend reading Carl Jung. Let's see, Carl Jung. I think I heard about this book. It was let me see. What was that book he wrote? Somebody else told me about it. Let's see. Damn, it was one book. Is this the guy or is it another book? I'm looking at all the books he has right now. It was one book I think somebody told me to read. I don't know if it was Carl Jung or somebody else. Let me see if I got it in my phone. Damn, I ain't never saved it. It may have been a dude that preceded him. He was talking about relationships. And it was spot on all the way up until today. But yeah, I gotta check out Carl Young. But this is a clip of how I feel like a lot of women operate right here. And I got some more clips too I want to show y'all.
Dudes are a key to stay faithful, and a lot
Always have a backup plan, like, or a side.
Sorry, y'all.
side dudes are a key to stay faithful, and a lot of people like argue with me about this all the time. But I've been married for 13 years, and the way that I stay faithful is by having men in my life that basically give me perspective and give me those things that like I just feel like I need to be like.
See, that's bullshit. Those men that she keeps in her life gives her validation. They keep validating her bullshit. When I feel sad, let me call this guy because you know what? He gonna say, no, you look good. You beautiful. No, you a nice person. He just tripping. That the man you with, he tripping on you. He tripping on you. Then she called the other guy. Yeah. Do you think we could just hang out tonight? Cause my boyfriend, he's such and such. Yeah. You want to go get something to eat? And she tell him the story about the argument or something they get into, but he gonna always make her right. He just tripping. You was right. That's all these types of dudes are that she got. You say I got the link? Yeah. Hold on. I can put it in here. I guess I have to put it in the description. Should I put it in the description? I'll pin it to the chat, but I'll put it in the description too. All right, I pinned it to the chat. Now let me put it in the description. You might have to give it a second, then you can refresh the page. But it should be right there. Yeah. Okay, it's in the description now. If you want to try it.
Well balanced. Sometimes I'm really in my feminine and I just kind of need their perspective and their energy to like balance me out because sometimes I like lose track. And those men that are in my life, they're guy friends, their family, they're, people that I just like respect and are renowned. So like having men on the side is like so important. But like a lot of people are doing it wrong. Like you don't sleep with them. That's so trash. Like
she
how dare
lying.
you? How disrespectful. And also not just to your marriage, but like to your relationship. Like why would you do that? So crazy.
You think these women ain't sleeping with these men? And yeah, you right, Butch. These are the women that Kevin Samuels was talking about. You think these women ain't sleeping with these dudes? I'm telling you, I know for a fact that's what they do. All these dudes, that's just my friend. I knew him before I knew you. We just be hanging out. I know him from work. He don't even like me like that. Let that relationship go on for years and years and years. At some point, some cheeks gonna get clapped. Do you hear what I'm telling you? Do you hear what I'm telling you?
You're gonna learn today.
Somebody's cheeks gonna be getting clapped. It may happen one time, but them cheeks is going to get clapped. Yeah, she talking about guy friends. That's what she said, Tom. She said guy friends. She got guy friends. Any dude that's with her that's going for something like that, you a damn fool. You are going to get cheated on so fast. The moment that you don't do something, that she wants you to do, or if it's been weeks and you ain't been acting a certain way that she wanted you to act, guess what she gonna do? She gonna step out. She gonna get that validation from somewhere else. That's what's gonna happen. Wes Jones says, look, the thing is, if they are old friends, they may not be sexing now, but I guarantee they fucked back in the day. That's a fact. Now that's a fact. And that's another thing. That's why you can't have these dudes around. That's why I don't play that. Because, like you said, if they ain't doing it now, they've done it. And they're gonna use it. They go, well, I that was a long time ago when we had sex. That was a long time ago. Okay. I didn't even know you then. Oh my God. You didn't know me then, but you still hanging out with him? So I shouldn't be suspicious that y'all had sex back in the day? So I should trust you now when you go have lunch with him? I should just trust you? Tom says, yes, I believe it happens all the time in high school and college. The real world is different though. And then he says, let her cheat. Why worry? Because if that's somebody that you serious about, if that's somebody that you in a relationship with, and she said that was her husband, you cool? Are you Tom? Are you cool with your wife cheating on you? Tom, are you cool with your wife cheating on you? If you say yes to that, then something tells me that you're a cuck, bro. He says, "What's the song? I don't want to know if you're playing me. Keep it on the low." Oh, that's who was that? Keep it on the low, cause my heart can't take it. I know who you talking about. That was who was that, bro? I know who you talking about. That's crazy though. But that's cuck behavior. Yeah, she cheated on me, but I don't want to know about it. I don't need to know. Just don't tell me. Just don't tell me, and we'll be good. And then y'all done had 3 or 4 kids, and your goofy ass running around here taking care of them, and they probably ain't none of your kids.
I'm just gonna do a quick mic check.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, loud and clear.
All right. I don't know who this is in my chat, Jingleberry. I'm gonna have to time you out, sir. I don't want to hear no bullshit. Like I don't want to see that shit. I don't know what you talking about.
Just let the trolls interact, man. Is good for the algorithm because it brings more trolls, which then actually links to real people.
Okay, cool. If you say so. Y'all make sure the trolls, if y'all here, make sure you answer the poll in the chat before you leave. If you're gonna come over here and troll. Aaron Emote. What's up, bro? What's up? Hello? Can you hear me? Aaron, can you hear me?
Mic check 1 2.
I can
Can
hear
you
you.
hear?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me, bro? I'm gonna have to remove you, sir, if you ain't gonna say nothing.
Just stare into the
He
camera.
must he must be a troll. Can you hear me, sir? Okay, I'm gonna remove him. I just removed him. I don't know. If you want to come up, man, you're gonna have to redo it again. Cause I don't know what you got going on. It won't even let me kick him. Wow, hold up. What the hell? I still see him on my screen. Hold on, y'all. He at the bottom down here. Oh my God, bro. He burping and shit. Hold on. Why I can't? Okay, he finally got kicked. Oh my God. It took him forever to get kicked. Jesus. Tom says, I don't want to see her fucking another dude. I just want her to be on the same 007 shit. Don't want to know. That's crazy. That
Yeah, that's wild work right there.
that's
That's wild.
wild, bro. That's wild. He didn't, but Tom then came over here and said some crazy shit about politics and everything. So that's really not too far fetched for him. But man, bro, it's like you just open to get cheated on. It's like you desperate. That sounds like a desperate man. You willing to be ran over, taken advantage of, all types of things. And that would just never happen to me. You don't even have a manhood. You're not a man, bro.
What I don't understand is, like I said earlier, people thrive on their insecurities. Where is our security factors nowadays, right? We've lost the institution of the centralized family and the extended family. Big Mama ain't around no more. Big Mama is 12 to 16 years older
That's
than
what I was just about to say. Big Mama is like 45 now.
shit 30,
Yeah,
35.
she's still out having a good time.
So, I mean, the insecurities that thrive around relationships is actually quite wild. And people
Always
are
have a back.
programmed to re, uh, reinforce institutional norms. And what I mean by that is by society being the institution.
Mm-hmm.
So societal quote unquote norms, right, is supposedly, oh, I'm a playboy, 14, 15, 16. I mean, I've had uncles and cousins shun me because I ain't get any, poontang at 12 years old. Had grown women rub up on me when I was 12, 13 years old. Grown ass women
I know.
grab me.
It happened to me. It happened to me.
So I don't, and women, I don't want to really change the subject, but women are just as much sexual predators as men.
Very
So
much so.
it's what is reality versus the program ideology that you're supposed to abide by. Men don't like fake ass nails, fake eyelashes, fucked up makeup because they don't want an illusion. They don't want the coyote ugly where, oh, you wake up the next morning and you look at the pillowcase and the face is on the pillowcase and you don't know what the fuck you waking up next to, right? So what is reality versus the projection of reality? People project reality, and this is what they do online. It's projection of reality. It's not actual. It's not an actual thing, and that's why I said, on other times that I've been on your stage, like, I can show my medals. I can show my tattoos. I can show my accreditations all over the place. I'm not worried about being insecure about who I am. Usually it's the person I'm interacting with that is dealing with their insecurities and they don't know how to justify themselves because they don't produce any true positive outcomes.
And you're right, because I mean, just kind of going back to when you was talking about like the makeup, because I've I've had dates with women and talked to women, and they had the makeup on, the hair, all that BS. But the moment that if we talked for a while or we went on a couple of dates, and I try to always hit them with the spontaneous, like, look, let's run to the movies real quick, or let's go get something to eat real quick in the middle of the day. And she's like, oh, I haven't put on no makeup, I haven't got dressed up, blah 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 this, and I'm like, don't even worry about it. I ain't got on nothing either. I'm not fancy.
Okay,
So I would
Roger.
get
Hey,
her.
but
I would, huh?
I want to know what happened to the idea that women forgot that we want to see you in our t-shirt in panties coming out to the kitchen. Maybe you got some fucking socks on with a little ball on the back of the fucking heel and having some coffee with me in the morning. Don't
Yeah.
nobody give a fuck about makeup and all that
That's
other shit.
that's when I really know I like you. If I see you like that, I'm like, okay, yeah. Because to me, that's when you see the true beauty of some women. You almost be like, why did you even have on all that makeup to begin with? You don't even need that shit. But a lot of them have got in their heads that they need this makeup. Like I was saying, they scrolling Instagram and TikTok and all of these social medias, and every woman got on wigs and weaves and makeup. And have you ever seen some of these celebrities when they do like this little reveal on their Instagram where, oh, no makeup day? And you like, damn, they look like a whole another person. But you like, some of them are still pretty than other ones. You like, bro, she look a mess. But it's like, I don't need to see all of that shit. That's not gonna do anything for me.
Well, and that's the thing is that, and there's I don't know if you've seen the trends of these makeup artists now that literally paint on a different face.
Oh,
They
yeah, I seen that
understand the
before.
shadowing and everything else.
And
And you look at
it's called contouring.
the original person all the way through the transformation, and they look like 40, 50 years younger, 20, 30 years younger. They look like a totally different person. And it's that illusion that I don't accept. I don't accept that illusion. Just like I don't accept the well, I'm trying to heal myself now, so I'm not trying to commit, and all these other stupid ass sayings that people just regurgitate out of their mouths to secure themselves for the out because they don't want to commit, right? So, what is commitment? If you look at commitment, right, it's dedication to a thing. That is commitment. Regardless of what that thing is, you can be committed to being a truck driver, you can be committed to being a diesel mechanic, you can be committed to being a soldier, you can be committed to being a philosopher. The conviction, right? That's what I was talking about on that the Christian live earlier. Conviction. I don't have a problem with people with conviction, especially in their values, because that's a human being that I don't really want conflict with because they might be equal or beyond me. This low level shit is what's being propagated. It's low level shit. I was on a live earlier with sorry, I'm gonna do a name drop because this podcast is awesome. Is Righteous Perspective. Go check out that
I'm
YouTube
like I've
channel.
heard of that.
Go check out a Righteous Perspective because
Okay.
I asked, I had asked, I was like, there's no problem with tolerance as far as the morality of a person as long as they live by that code. If you're not living by that code, that's where I have the issue with the gaslighting and virtual signaling that you're more superior than me. And it doesn't have to necessarily be about race or religion. You just think you're better than me because you think you are. It has nothing to do about results.
Right. That's a fact. But Tom, he said, it's not desperate. Why put a leash on her? Millions of dudes out there. You think you just that ninja and the stroke game is so immaculate that she just all of a sudden not entertain the idea of options? Well, that's what he's talking. That's what commitment is. We all can do that. We all can do that. It's about saying, look, I just want to be with you and you only. Sure, I could go out and smash this chick or do whatever I wanted to do. But I just want to be with you. And that means something to people. To be committed to somebody else means something to them. But I think it's so hard with social media and all of this other shit going on that most people they feel like, oh, I gotta have some on the side. I gotta be doing this. I gotta be doing that. Because everybody thinks that they can do that. And I don't think everybody can. Everybody don't fall into these categories where you can do that. And as a man, you shouldn't be accepting that, bro. Sure. If I'm married, I'm pretty sure my wife could probably get with another man. But for me to know that I have her commitment that she won't do that to me, that goes a long way. That goes a long way. So you would be cool with your wife just somebody just interrupting your meal and saying, "Damn, man, you fine." Uh Getting your girl's number and taking down her information. You would just be cool with it. That's what it sounds like to me. There's a lot of trolls in here right now. Let me see. Let me see if I got some more comments.
There we go. That's better. Now I can sit.
Okay, I see you with the American flag back there.
Yeah, I got my American flag, and then it's got my Thor's hammer on the downside of it,
Okay.
for representing the Norse paganism. So,
I worked with a my old supervisor used to be into the Norse. He used to always talk about it because I think that's
well,
when
it's the same world.
God of War Ragnarok came out, and he was like big on it. And I played it, so yeah, I liked it.
Oh, I was actually at the VA when I discovered my spirituality. I was living in the domiciliaries when I found it.
Okay.
Like I said, I was talking to you and the other gentleman from Texas. I still don't remember his name. The
Gen
20
X.
some year Gen X. Okay, yeah. That I lived in the domiciliaries and I went to the library a lot and I read a lot, and that's where I found my spirituality because it followed my father's lineage rather than my mother's lineage. Now my mother's the Puerto Rican, my father is the Norwegian. So
Lord, okay, I hear you. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at this damn comment that says the true
oh no,
beauty of a woman is when she is in a mid dump clinch. Like, oh
that's hilarious. Actually, that's
I know
actually
that's what
comedy gold.
I say. I had to. I was reading them. I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, on the topic though, man, do you think a lot of people when they get into relationships typically have like a side piece? Do you think this was not? I know maybe not you, but do you think the way that a lot of people operate now? Because I know for a fact that a lot of people do that. I got cousins, homegirls, friends that I've talked to. And I hate to even say that they married and they always talking about some side piece, some chick that it's always some extra shit that they got going on. I'm actually shocked because I'm not like that. My friends think I'm like that. They think I'm lying all the time when I say I'm not like that. But I hear that so much that I think that is something that's very big. I do.
Well, there's trends in society. I mean, you can't isolate it to everybody. I mean, there are sections of
Well, not
society that
everybody, but
do
I think
interact that
a
way.
majority of people do it.
I don't. I think that's the perception. I don't agree with that. I think there is a lot of committed relationships out here, whether they have the government contract or not. Like the only reason I got a government contract was for insurance and monetary deductions out of my paycheck purposes. It was actually a financial decision, not a moral or a relationship decision. I didn't need to give my girlfriend or my partner at that time the title of a wife because she was already literally my wife. I mean, so it's
And I
what are we
totally
missing
get
as
that.
far
I get it.
I mean, what are we missing as far as our relationships? We're missing healthy mother-daughter relationships. We're missing healthy father-son relationships. We're missing healthy extended family relationships. Extended family relationships. It's
Community.
we're missing we're missing our family one, then to be able, because if you don't have a family, how do you create a community?
Yeah. See, because I know growing up, me back in the day, like you say, with your family, you got mother daughter relationships, father son relationships. But when I'm
That
talking about
core
community,
structure.
that's what I'm talking about. The family structure and also the people who live amongst you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The neighborhoods. Like I said before, getting on the bus. People will watch y'all getting on the bus. Make sure y'all ain't cutting up. Uh, if the neighbor caught you doing something, I'm gonna get on your ass. And then as soon as your pops pull up, I'm telling them that I got on your ass, and they gonna get on your ass. Uh, just all of these different things that used to mold and shape the way people are. They just ain't there no more. And I think people have lost that whole sense of community. They just everybody just wild. Everybody just doing their own thing, and they think because everybody else is doing it that they're right.
Well,
Everybody's
yeah,
cheating,
because
so if I
it's
cheat, it's okay.
well, yeah, because that's the community madness, right? Because I can conduct myself the same as everybody else in my community, so I don't have any pushback. But yet again, if you did have pushback, you're a coon. You're a house boy. You're a this. You're a that. Oh well, you don't do it with the homies. So you because you are different, then you still fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a program mentality, right? Because of insecurity. That is the main problem. You don't have security in your neighborhoods, you join a gang. You don't have security walking to school, you join a gang. You don't have security dealing with the police, you go. You know what I'm saying? Insecurity is the main factor for all of this nonsense. It's the main factor. I'm not secure in my church. I'm not secure in my congregation. I'm not secure with going over to my uncle's house because I don't know if he gonna touch my. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers are worried and afraid of the not knowing. And how do you change that? To people that don't have life experience. How do you change that?
Without the life experience, then it's hard to make your way through life. You have to have life experiences. So,
Even if they're
you know,
told to you through someone else.
yeah, it's not the same. You have to have the experience. Just like they say, you need to experience heartache. You need to experience
Suffering.
separation from
Yep.
suffering. Like when people go off to college and they really don't want to go, or the parents don't want them to go. No, you need to experience this so you can know what it's like without having to have that lifeline from your parents. You need to know what it's like I need to do this some on my own. Yeah, yeah. So without that, I don't know. I don't know how you can get a true sense of self without it. I think it would all just like I say, come from online, come from TV, come from movies, come from fantasies, what you think it should be, and that's how you're gonna operate.
Well, look at how many people mimic what they see on movies, and it's supposed to be an eccentric personality. But if you're watching old school James Cagney movies and bringing that personality to 2026, I guarantee you most of the young individuals have never even seen a black and white video, let alone old school cinema like that. So it's we live in a reality now where the attention span is so short, the memory span is very short as well. It gives to the factor that there is no experiences that are being lived that have consequence enough to actually burn that into their mind. We all live with consequences, right? There's no accountability. That's the big thing. Well, my girl can go out and fuck 50 other dudes, and if I keep taking her back, she's not accountable.
Right. Mm-hmm.
If my
And we
dude goes out and fucks 50 other females and gets 49 out of 50 pregnant, and I keep taking them back, there's no accountability.
mm-hmm.
If I go to jail 45 times and I get released 44 with probation and a slap on the wrist, where's my accountability?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm a thief and I don't get my fucking hand cut off, I'm gonna steal more shit.
Yep. It's just
Real
gonna
life
keep happening.
consequences are missing also.
Right. Right. You're right. Because a lot of people, for one, are so lonely or so beat down that they'll accept it. People like what's his name, who was on her, Tom. He's just accepting it. He just accepts his wife or whoever can just have a million other options, and he don't care. He's not going to hold her accountable.
Right.
It's like,
But
bro, you
also,
just
where's the openness to be honest as far as what your relationship expectations are? Do you even know what they are? Do you even know what a healthy relationship is? What is proper dialogue between two human beings to solve problems versus screaming and yelling at each other? Where's logic versus emotional response?
right. So would I be wrong, like I was saying earlier, where I'm listening to this female and I'm seeing how she operates, and I know she ain't all in like she claims she is. So I'm just knocking her down. Just like she got the whole 1 foot in, because that's what I'm talking about. The whole 1 foot in, 1 foot out thing. So if you want to play that game, then I'm gonna do what I do and I'm gonna move on. So would I be wrong? I'm pretty sure you're gonna say yeah, but would I be wrong in that sense just to do that? Because I know what I want from the relationship. It's just the fact that she's not as serious as she should be.
Well, most people that are honest about it get hated on because they straight up say, "No, I'm not fucking with you like this. I'm gonna put you in your place. You're gonna be this role. This is the role you're gonna play. You're gonna be with me until you're not with me, and when you're not with me, you ain't with me." You know what I'm saying? And that mindset gets broadcasted to people. I mean, look at pimping, right? Oh man, pimping. I get a bitch out on the corner. She knows she doing right. Because she providing for everybody. But she bring that money home to daddy. You know what I'm saying? Because I make sure ain't none of these tricks doing shit to a bitch, right? It's what have you been trained to do?
And see, and they have in that pimp relationship, they have an understanding. We not fucking. I'm here to protect you, and you here to bring me some money. And I'm gonna give you a little bit, and I'm gonna get most of it. And that's the understanding.
So what is most people go into relationships with unrealistic outcomes. Most people go into relationships and think they already know the person off of the projection that they put in their own mind.
So you saying they don't
And
ask enough questions to get to that honest part where they say, "Look, I'm just in this relationship for sex, or I'm really in it to have a real relationship." Because I kind of agree with you in that sense. I think a lot of people they meet somebody or they talk to somebody and they
they
automatically
get
assume,
attention. They get
yeah,
attention.
yeah,
And it's
mm-hmm,
isolated attention. So it's
mm-hmm.
individualized attention, centralized themselves. So what happens? It's just like if a woman never bonds with her child, right? Never offers the breast, never hugs or coddles, right? That then that child has no emotional connection. So now you have to then branch out. Where do I find my emotional connection? Well, most people find emotional connection off of what makes them feel good versus what makes them feel bad, right? So if you feeling good by, having sex with multiple women, that's what you're going to then approach it to as far as what makes me emotionally satisfied. I don't get emotional satisfaction out of having a relationship because there's no excitement there. There's always that little bit of drip in the back of my brain going, yeah, this is dangerous. Or I might get caught. Shit might get fucked up. My securities might be troubled. But that dopamine hit is that shit hit nice for me right now. Versus, oh, I gotta go home. I gotta take care of responsibility. That shit ain't exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Responsibility is not exciting. You have to get up every day and do what the fuck you need to do to make sure that you're successful. That shit is hard. That shit
Mm-hmm.
ain't exciting. That shit hard. I'm not looking forward to that unless I have the mentality to be driven off of my insecurities versus my insecurities driving me towards misery. What is the production of my outcomes? Are they positive or negative? And nobody wants enough self reflection to look in the mirror and be like, am I fucking up? They want to point the fingers and blame. Just like that homegirl did. Oh, well, I thought you were going to cheat on me, so I did it first. Like, what kind of fucking thought process is that?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And see, speaking to a little bit of that is, I had a friend where like him and his girl, they talk and they still together. They married, but they thing is this: they love to argue. It's always conflict. It's always some bullshit going on. But to them, I used to be
It's
like,
normal.
damn, they fucking yeah, it's normal, and that's kind of what keeps their whole relationship going. Like she accused him of cheating. He say he ain't cheating. And then they talking again, and then you see them smooching and kiss. It's like, what is going on? It's over and over and over, and it's been going on for like 20 plus years, bro.
Hmm.
And they just do it, and I'm at the point now where I know he don't cheat, but I think she just likes that. to say that and engage in that and get him all worked up just for them to come back down to earth and just get back on
Well,
like a normal.
my question would be is what is her insecurity? Right? So then he reaffirms I'm not we go through all this nonsense, all this emotional heightened, right? All this negative chemical release, right? To bring me to the reaffirmment that he's not cheating. I love him. That's the only man for me. She's the only woman for me. And then fucking make up, give it 3 weeks. There's some other strife as far as a responsibility. I'm a point to blame because you didn't take out the trash, you didn't do the dishes, you didn't take care of the house, you didn't take care of the business at work. It's
See, that's that, but
insecurity.
that's that dopamine hit when she like you say gets him to come back to. Well, I'm not. He finally reads the shirt. I'm not cheating. Look at my phone. Look
Mhm.
at this. Check this out. I'm not doing nothing. And she like, oh yeah, he really loves me. I think that's what she's getting in her head. Like, yeah, he loves. See, he's not talking to nobody. And then she'll get bored for a week or two, and she'll have to get him worked up again so he can prove to her, no, I'm not doing. Let me go get her some flowers. Let me go get her. We're gonna have a date night. And she like, oh,
Well, that might be a psychological effect for also sexual gratification.
you're
There
right.
are
Yeah,
people that are
yeah.
out there that take sexual gratification from different scenarios, whether it be domination or submission or initiated. What do they call it? It's some kind of false violence being presented upon a person that gets their adrenaline. Like that's what they're programmed as far as producing a gratifying outcome, right? And I'm using sexuality as a thing. It's like, no, can you actually function as a human using logic, reason, and the deduction from that to solve a problem for a positive outcome? Most people don't know how to do that. They use all the illogical shit, all the emotional shit to get all worked up. And then eventually they find the solution, but that solution is only temporary because they need that chaos in order to operate because they had no training as far as a successful functioning unit, a mechanism to produce positive outcomes.
Do you think that's how women typically operate? Because men, we
I think
typically
men and
operate.
women do it.
Oh, you
I think
do?
men and women do it. Yes, absolutely.
See, I
There's no
think.
innocence here.
Hmm. See, in my opinion, I would say it's more so the women because they're more emotional. I guess because I keep using my own.
You're taking away the strong black woman. I'm sorry, man. You got you taking her out of that equation if you say that.
But I don't think I don't really believe in like that strong black woman. I think it's a facade.
Mm, depends on what the outcome and what the results are of that individual, right? So a person can say, "I'm a strong this or that or the other," right? It doesn't matter, black, white, brown, woman, man, whatever. You are a successful what? Can you actually show the accomplishments of your actions? Because everybody like to bring up, oh well, I can bring up your court cases. Let me bring up your paperwork. See how a person you are. Oh, I see that this is the outcome that you produced through this, right? But you didn't see the outcome that I produced through this, this, and this on a daily. You're using just this one example to try and place me into a box to satisfy a label, title, or category that justifies in my brain the image that I create of you.
Hmm. See, the reason why I say that it's a facade is because a lot of black women say they're strong, they this and that, but they're getting help. Even when
Well,
they try to act like they strong and they doing everything on their own, they getting some type of help, bro. Like men don't get help. When you hear things about single parent programs to help a single parent, that's all women. There are no programs for single parents to help men. There ain't no men in no single parent program. They not even going to. That's not acceptable. It's
Because
not
men
happening.
usually don't ask for help, they solve the problem.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is women, that's what I'm saying. They claiming that a lot of them, I'm strong black woman, but you're not. You're getting help from your
Hmm.
mom, you
Sure.
getting help from your cousin, and like I said, my homegirl, she was getting help from her mom all the time, but she out here claiming I'm a strong black woman. I don't need no man. But yeah, your mom is watching your child. You out here doing whatever you doing, you working, and then somebody else is helping you with your bills. It's like all of these different things, and I'm just like, I don't really buy that whole I'm a strong black woman unless the woman is wealthy. She got money. Then okay, but just these average everyday people, I don't buy that.
Well, they're trying to satisfy a projected image. So they're trying to satisfy the matching of that projected image, right? And that's the problem with people online, especially those that are like, "Oh man, I'm a gangster. I'm this, that." Like, bro, here's my address. You can show up anytime you want. I guarantee you are not going to like the results. I'm not a point my pistol this way, shoot sideways, not focused on my target. I was not trained that way. You're gonna run into some shit that you never thought of because my strategical analysis runs from a different system. I've been trained in so many different ways. There are individual women that are strong, yet our hierarchy is based off of strong men to make sure that we produce strong women. Weak women usually come when there's no man present, and they're compensating that presence of a man that didn't provide or train them through their adolescence and compensating for that for their adulthood. We see that on both male and female sides. Okay, this is shit that Fresh and Fit talks about. This is shit that Andrew Tate talks about. This is shit that's on many, many, many podcasts with these OnlyFans models and all this other shit. Like I said, I recommend, and this is not just to you, sir. This is to your entire audience. Please read Carl Jung. It's not Jung. It's Carl. That the pronunciation is Jung. So read Carl Jung's philosophy on psychology. Everybody's based their shit off of this crackhead Freud with their psychology and the DSM-5 and all this other fucking nonsense. That's off of a literal cocaine addict who ended his life in an
What
insane
particular book do
asylum.
you think we should read from Carl Jung?
All of them. Read all of Carl Jung.
Where
All of
should
them.
they start? Where should they start?
I would start with his academic articles when he was young, and then chronologically go through because he's already expired. His life has already ended. I would start chronologically where his philosophy started with his publications to where they ended, so that you can understand the transition through his life and how he adjusted that philosophy according to his surroundings. So I mean, it's when I looked at Freud and how psychology did the shit with the DSM-5 from his perspective, it's a totalitarian control system. Carl Jung's perspective, and this is where Jordan Peterson comes in because he speaks highly of Carl Jung, is that no, you have to be self analytical. You have to take accountability and then make adjustments through your life. Now, anybody that is anybody understands that from a very young age because they were trained that I'm not going to touch the stove 10,000 times because I don't want the pain of being burnt. Why do women and why do men go through the pain of reproducing negative outcomes all the time? Because of their insecurities. Well, why are they insecure? Is it money? Is it food? Is it shelter? Is it clothing? No, it's not. No, I'm insecure because I don't have the projected image that I'm supposed to have according to how I'm programmed through social media, the radio, the television, and the internet, and academia now, because supposedly I'm supposed to be some femboy, put makeup on my face, change the color of my skin, my complexion, and act a certain way to satisfy the ideology of another individual. That shit is insane. It's literal insanity.
Hmm.
Yeah, let me put on fake eyelashes. Why do you put on fake eyelashes? Well, I was told to. By what? An outside entity. And then it was accepted. Why do we have fashion trends?
Why do we have
Uh,
fashion trends?
well,
Because
somebody
the
told
most
me that.
popular person said it, and we like that person, so we think if we doing what they doing, that we're gonna get to their level. Is that
Why did everybody wear baggy jeans in the mid '90s, and then it went to 4XL. Now everybody wearing tight shit. Why did everybody wear bell bottom jeans and flared extended collars? Why did you wear zoot suits back in the 30s, the 20s and 30s?
hmm
Why did you wear a pocket watch versus a wristwatch? Why'd you wear a top hat versus a Kango now? Why'd you wear Adidas suits back in the 80s? Like, this is shit that we need to ask ourselves. What and how am I being programmed? Motherfuckers don't ask themselves that question. And I get a lot of pushback when I mention that shit. Just like the church, just like religion, just like the food you eat. Ah, you ain't real. You don't know how to make no. Man, I make a cold batch of greens.
let me tell you
Ah,
about the
you
program.
ain't
I can
black.
tell
You
you about
ain't like
that's
what the fuck?
see now that's what I was finna go into. Like, okay, because I already know you saying that's the programming. The programming for a lot of black people is if you don't know how to cook fried chicken, you ain't black. You haven't watched this movie, you ain't black. You ain't never experienced this, you ain't black. And it's like, so you expect every black person to experience or do the same things that we that's not true. That's not gonna happen. But we
Well,
are
if you
all
didn't grow up off
programmed
the
to think
Wizard
that.
BET, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, right?
Yeah. And you will get scolded. If you don't know stuff like that, man, they're gonna let you have it. They're gonna let you have it.
Right,
But
but then you mention they'll mention the Wiz and all that shit, but then let me talk about Robert Smalls
they don't know about Robert Smalls. They don't know
and
about
how
Robert
he took
Smalls.
over. He was a slave that
Took
became a
over that
Union
ship.
soldier and took over an entire Confederate fucking ship. Then became a fleet captain. Then became a congressman.
Is it what did he mail himself in that package and sent was
I
that
I
him?
I'm not
That's
getting
not
into
true.
the. I don't know. I didn't live it. I don't know. I can just read the sources.
But you
But
heard
I'm just
that
saying.
before though?
Yeah, I've heard the extraordinary stories of many individuals, all different demographics. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, many prominent Americans, right? Yeah, but I understood that puts an agenda. And then I found out about Robert Smalls and how none of that agenda is actual fucking reality of
hmm
history, recorded history.
I got a
I don't know what the
comment
fuck.
right here. It says Graham Sylvester says, and I'm not surprised on the question about side pieces because every black man thinks he's freaking Don Wong talk up any bitch. I don't know about that, bro. Because I'm
It's
not.
the magic
I can
vicious
spit.
Don Juan.
I'm not like
I
that.
listen
Like
to
I don't
plenty
think
Twista
that, bro.
albums too.
I ain't like that, bro. Like I do think that goes into people's preferences because you do run across some people who they like black men, but then you have people who I like Spanish men or I like white men. So that depends on the other person's preference, bro. Like, because most dudes, if you real about who you are, you gonna typically go up to somebody who you think is like within your range. You ain't gonna be just some regular dude and you see some supermodel and you just gonna run up. Hey man, let me get your. Now I got some friends that probably would try that, but if you secure, because I feel like if I'm securing myself just by me not going up to that extra supermodel, that super banging chick or whoever she is, that don't make me feel like I'm less than who I am. I just like, I'm gonna go for what that's in my range because I make this certain amount of money. I look a certain kind of way. I'm good. Like I don't think that diminishes who I am.
Okay, now let me ask you this. What makes you think that you need to be in a certain range or certain demographic to actually approach any human being? Like I've approached celebrities. I shook the hand
You
of
tried to
Barack
talk to
Obama
him?
in 20. I talked to
I'm
anybody.
talking about like trying to be in, like dating them and stuff like that.
Well, the thing is that how do you approach them? Are you approaching them trying to spit game, or do you approach them as a human being and say, "Hello, my name is this"?
Well, it depends. Like if my intentions is, if I seen a celebrity, I'm gonna go up to him. I'm gonna talk to him. If it's even if it's a woman, I'm not gonna try to holler like Kiki Palmer. I'm not gonna be like, hey, let me get your number. You want to hang out? I'm just not. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I would definitely go up to her and say, how you do? I met you. Well, I've seen you on TV. I've seen your movies. You seem like you're nice. You're beautiful. Blah 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 blah, and go into all these different things. But I wouldn't go into the realm of let me get your number type shit.
Well, I went to a professional boxing match in Las Vegas, right at the T-Mobile Arena. It was Tim Tszyu versus Fondora one, right? And that's where you had Rolly Ramirez versus Cruz, and there was 4 world title fights on that main card, right? I paid almost 2,000 a ticket, and you know where I sat? Where the boxers
Way in the
sit that
top.
were invite were right,
Oh, you said down. Okay.
floor seats, 5 rows back. Omar Figueroa Jr. sat in front of me. I had to my left, my direct left was the promoter's brother for Tim Tszyu. I had Caleb Plant was all the way at the other end of the row. I had what's his name? He lost to Spence and Pacquiao, Cuban dude. His name is
Is it
his
Gamboa?
no. 147. He fought Spence and he fought Pacquiao, and he beat Pacquiao. That's what fucked up the Spence fight. Cuban dude. Fuck, what the fuck is his name?
Let's see. I can see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, it's 147 pounder. It's Cuban dude. When Boa
Ugas,
Chuck,
your Dennis Ugas?
yeah, yep. Ugas
Ugas?
was 5 seats to my left in the row in front of me. Sam Watson came up and looked at me, my brother-in-law, and my son, like, who are these bum ass motherfuckers sitting in these seats? As he's wearing $150,000 Protect Philippe. Like, for real. Like, I don't care. These people are all iced out. I'm wearing regular Nike shoes, fucked up jeans, and a real tree pullover. Like, are you a real person, or are you trying to project an image? Right? All these people project images of quote unquote success. Oh, I got all this money. I got all these cars. Are you happy? No. Are you actually living your pursuit of happiness? No, you're not. You're abiding by the systems and you're placating to the systems to make sure that everybody else placates to the system by saying, "Oh, I'm successful because of how I project myself." I got a
So
hundred and
you saying I would be wrong because I'm not like approaching them a certain way? Is that
well, I would say that are you approaching them the program way? Are you approaching them an individual way that respects them as a human being? Are you
well?
spitting game, or are you being that dude that's just like, "Hey, this is me, you know what I'm saying? If you interested, you know what I mean? Here's my Instagram, here's my number. If you ain't interested, it's cool. I'm gone, baby. It's not a thing. I'm just taking the opportunity to introduce myself. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm not gonna show no interest. And that's the funny thing about women. As soon as you can be around a group
Right?
of
You to say
fine
yeah.
ass females, right? And as soon as you pay attention to the least, according to the program perspective, I'm gonna spend the time with the least attractive woman and give her the most attention. I
And,
guarantee you, all them other women can get jealous and be like, "Why the fuck is this man not giving me the attention? I'm used to getting the attention."
and I'm gonna tell you something about that too, because with my friends, I'm usually the guy like they the ones that's man, let's go talk to this girl or man, old girl looking at you, man, you might want to go. I'd be like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I'm just here. I'm chilling. I'm just doing my thing at the party. And I swear to God, by the end of the night, somebody would be like, hey man, old girl, she talking about she want to talk to you. Or
Hmm.
someone so she was looking at my homegirl said, the other night when we was at the party that you was over there quiet and she was trying to see what you and I'm like, because it's almost like you mysterious and I'm not putting that pressure on them like they is. They putting that pressure on them trying to get their number and they just like, nah, I'm good. But the dude who ain't saying nothing to him, ain't giving them no time of day, no attention, that's the one they want to find out about. It has
I,
always been like that for me. And that's just how I am. I ain't doing that. That's not my game. That's just me because like I don't really care like that. Like when we was talking about these celebrities, like I'm saying I wouldn't approach them that way because I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I'm not an
I'm
idol
not,
worshiper.
yeah, I'm just
I
like
don't.
it's whatever. I don't, if that's why I go after people when I say that's on my level, it's because I feel like I can just have normal conversations with them. I'm not trying to get with somebody who feel like I'm rich and I got this and I got that and we need to be doing. I want to talk to and be around people who like I can just get up, have a normal conversation with. Hey, you want to go to Dallas? You want to go watch this football game? You want to go do this or do that? Maybe we should set up a trip to
Mhm.
go. Like them, the type of people that I'm into. I'm not into these people who trying to do just nonsense. I'm just not into that, bro.
Well, and it's funny because I was a homeless veteran man. I went to it was in Madison at the University of Madison where the Badgers and shit are from, right? So me and my two friends go down there. I'm actually still living in the domicilaries. We go down to this vets deal. It's an official event for University of Wisconsin Madison veterans that attend the university, right? Totally legit deal. Go there. All right, we done with this official meeting. Now we finna go have the real meeting. This is the bar we're going to. All right, cool. Right? So it's me and my two friends that are coming from one organization meeting this organization. Now we got pictures going, everybody's drinking, woo 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 woo. I'm a homeless dude, right? I got layers of clothes on because I'm ready to sleep outside. No, you know how many women was coming up to me because I'm not giving them no attention, and I tell them, "Hey, baby, I ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw at. Oh, baby, you look good. I'm gonna save you, okay?" And be all over you and say they want to save you, like, "Oh, you just down on your luck. I'm gonna get you back on your feet, baby. Ain't gonna be no thing." Like it's women do the same exact bullshit, trying to change a man or save a man, whatever.
Do you think that some women do that to men? I ain't talking about the men doing it to women, but do you think that some women do it to men
Absolutely.
to think that they can gain some type of control? Okay, I can make him who I want him to be, and I'll have a level of control over him because I made him into something. Do you think women do that?
Just 45-year-old women do that to younger men all the time. Cougars do that to the youngsters all the time.
Let me buy you some shoes, baby. I'll buy you a game. Yeah.
No, these are now school teachers talking to 14, 15-year-old eager young teenage men, right? Going in and because it's a crime because of their age, right? Now it's more prevalently being found out. These women are going after these men. They're in their mid to early 30s going after 14, 15, 16-year-old teenagers.
It's been
And they're
like an
teachers.
explosion of teachers that's messing with young
Yes.
boys. It's an explosion of it.
Yep. Yep. But what
I
what
did a
was
video on it
propagated?
before.
What was propagated in the mid-90s? Interracial pornography, schoolgirl pornography. Oh, the internet's a new thing. Oh shit, don't be clogging up the phone line because that was when dial up was happening and oh shit, I ain't getting no calls. You on that fucking computer, boy? Right? So I
That's a
mean,
fact.
what
No,
what
that pornography, because that ain't that like I think somebody had did the statistics on the type of pornography, and one of the top ones was that whole schoolgirl, schoolboy type
old and
teacher.
young,
Yeah.
does not
Mhm.
matter if it's male, female, 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 male, male, does not fucking matter. It goes
Mm-hmm.
across all demographics, goes across all races. Now you have to remember that there were older men that went with younger women. You know why? Because their wives died along with their heirs.
Mm-hmm.
So the next level was I am going to find an orphan child or a low level indentured servant. Most of those women were indentured servants. And this is the thing about people don't know true history. They just talk the shit they see off of TV. And that
Well,
shit annoys the
like they
fuck
used
out
to
of me.
always say, they was pedophiles back then. They wasn't. It was just it was like
This is how
normal
the human
operation.
race survived. Do
Yes.
you not understand that?
Yeah. Yeah.
How many tribal kings in Africa have young wives?
A lot.
It's not uncommon, and that's all
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say. And you can go over all demographics across the planet. There have been older and younger interacting to keep the human race alive. I do not approve because I have assimilated to the instruction of the American citizen that 18 to 16, depending on which state you live in, right, is the
Mm-hmm.
law. Now, if you raping children, that is fucking one thing.
Right. Right.
That is one thing. But
Right.
yet again, homegirl down in Florida, whatever her name was, right? She had how many kids with that student? Got out of prison,
Oh, you
had
talking
more
about that
kids, went
lady?
back to prison,
Yeah.
right? And they died a married couple. And she
Mm-hmm.
died married to him with
Mm-hmm.
multiple children.
Mm-hmm.
So now, because that became a broadcasted subject, how many women do you think latched onto that shit because it's an attention-seeking apparatus? How many people latch onto the attention-seeking apparatus because I can be King Vaughn and murk people, then become a multimillionaire? How many
A
people
lot.
latch onto I could be a YouTuber just because I saw Logan and Jake Paul go from 12-year-olds to grown-ass men, and now they're almost damn near billionaires, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then for me, I look at the monetary system as the system of control over all demographics of humans, and then I go into my psychosis and be like, all right, well, if you can time travel me back to Jekyll Island, none of this will happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yet again, I'm a lunatic, bro. I bring up shit. A lot of people hate that I bring up the factors that I'm challenging all systems. I'll challenge the Christian system. I'll challenge the Muslim system. I'll challenge the Jew system. I'll challenge the Buddhist, the Taoist, the Hindu, the Norse pagan, the Native American, depending on which tribe you're from. All those traditions of morality are different. They were all centered around different resources and the propagation to make sure that those humans below them survived. Tribalism is a very true thing, especially in our country.
Definitely. Definitely.
Now,
Let me.
I'm not. I'm white, bro. I'm just some poor ass white boy that don't know shit about nothing because I have never done anything in the world. I'm just a
You so
fucking
full of
moron.
shit.
But yet again, I have to abide by that. I chose the name lunatic just for the simple fact that I want to see whether people are going to agitate towards the label or are they going to agitate more to the results of the production of the outcome.
Mm-hmm. Basically,
Because
like a
none of
trigger
us are
because they see your
100%
name.
successful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you a lunatic? Oh, yeah, that you perfect for that name. Blah blah. Well, why do you think
See,
I
but when
chose
but
it?
when you came on my channel, that never bothered me because I grew up around people like okay, and I ain't how can I say it?
Eccentric?
I grew up around somebody who went to a
That was
deeply
eccentric.
talented school.
Yeah, they're eccentric.
He ended up being a drug dealer and still is today. He hasn't been caught. He's living a great life, but people would never think that he is as smart as he is. So from then on, even as I do not judge a book by their don't go off what somebody look like. That don't mean
No.
shit, bro. You can just
Hey,
throw that
bro.
out the window.
How many grown ass men do you think they could walk up to Demetrius Johnson at 5'3", 100, and maybe he walks around at his heaviest, 150 pounds, right? Five
Mm-hmm.
foot three, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson,
Mm-hmm.
the person that has the most title defenses in UFC fucking history,
Mm-hmm.
has knocked out many fucking people. How many people can you walk up to dude and be like, "Hey, bitch, get out of my way"?
You know, it's some
No.
goofies that would think that just off looking at him and would get dropped.
The only thing that gives him away is his cauliflower ears. Take away the
Mm-hmm.
cauliflower ears, they walk him to him, "Hey, bitch, get out of my way." And dude could just like spin kick you in your fucking head, knock you out cold, walk away, and not even exert any energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, just like bloop, you're asleep. The problem's been resolved. I'm walking away. What the fuck is you talking about? Use a waste of time. What? You try to gain some clout off some dumb shit. How many people claim clout off of dumb shit? A lot. A lot.
Or off somebody that they know. They still in their whole life. But man, look, I'm gonna get back to the topic. I'm gonna play this next clip, bro. Let me know what you think and just give me your thoughts about it since we talking about relationships.
So I've been married for more than 15 years.
Congratulations. Congratulations. That's fucking dope.
Or, I'm so sorry.
I have been in a side relationship that my husband recently found.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
Yeah, I'm good. I can hear it.
Okay.
When she said I've been in a side relationship for many,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
I saw you make the face. I was like, can you hear it though? But I see what you're saying now. Yeah. Yeah, that's what she said.
Out about. How can I convince my husband to let me keep the side dude?
Well, first of all, he shouldn't. How did he find out? Did he go through your phone? Because that is a breach of privacy.
I mean, how the fuck you gonna go through my phone?
Why you gonna go through my phone for? You don't trust me?
I know, right?
You got something to say?
So what she just brought up as actual fact. Breach of privacy is a real thing in I think almost all 50 states. You cannot be a partner of an individual or a live indwelling cohabitant, I think is the language, and go through another person's phone at all, ever.
Like it's illegal?
Correct. There's actual language that says it is very illegal, and you can be prosecuted by going through somebody else's phone. You are violating their privacy.
So how would stuff like this stand up in court if you trying to get a divorce?
Oh, that is all evidence. So I don't know the constitutional Supreme Court case, but I guarantee you there is precedence there. Whether it be through the Patriot Act or whatever, the Supreme Court has agreed that you have a level of privacy until a point, right? Depending on how long your criminal investigation is, right? And it depends on if it's a state or federal case. But as far as a civil case, a cohabitant dwelling individual can never go through your phone. It is, you can literally call the police and be like, she went through my phone. Go to YouTube. There are videos of motherfuckers be like, "Oh, bitch, you just fucked yourself up, bitch. I'm finna call the police." Call the police and wait, and then it explicitly tell, "Oh no, she picked up my phone and went through it." You are under arrest for violation of privacy rights.
Wow, see, that never crossed
And
my mind.
motherfuckers are laughing. These men are laughing like, "Bitch, you thought you had you thought you had the JIT code. That's fine." And they're paying attention. And I think it's hilarious because when they pay attention, The control and manipulation is never a factor anymore, right? I think that a lot of people get relationships conflated because they want manipulation and control instead of cohabitation and production of positive outcomes. And I might be wrong, but I think that's actually a true statement.
That's just
You must comply with how my thought process is, right? Where is the compromise though from both parties? Oh shit! I used to be a single man. I used to leave my drawers on the bathroom floor. Oh, now that I'm cohabitating with my mate, my lover, right? We don't use these words anymore. My mate and my lover. I'm gonna respect that individual and not leave my drawers on the floor no more because I got home training. I understand they don't like it. I'm gonna put the toilet seat down. Me and my wife have an understanding. You leave the toilet seat down, I'm gonna leave the toilet seat up. That was an agreement that two grown adults decided to compromise on when they cohabitate. Did anybody have a fucking discussion like this? Or did just they made an assumption through the imagery that was projected into their brain through their programming of how this individual is supposed to act? Don't know. But I present the question just so that we can have the discussion.
right. I'm just stuck on that whole thing.
Yeah, bro. Me and my wife had
you know
many
I've
discussions.
seen so many people that do that snatching somebody's fucking phone. You know what I'm saying? You motherfucker.
Oh, you stuck on that? No. That's actual law. You in Texas, go to your, so it's doc legislation or it's docs.legislation.gov or / Wisconsin for me. I don't know what the website is for you, but go look up cell phone policy for privacy in the Texas legislature, and that will tell you whether on the state level it is this and on the federal level it's something else. I gotta go hit the head. I'll be right back.
Okay. Me too. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna finish playing this clip.
Okay, hold on. Multiple layers there. Are you happily married?
Clearly not, right? She has
So
a
here's
side
the thing.
dude.
No. Before we go,
Right.
whoa. We let's not put the carriage in front of the horse.
Some days.
Trill,
Some days.
do you feel like you can be happily married and have a side piece? Trill, I need an answer right the fuck now.
I would say no.
You can't, because if you happily married, then you wouldn't have a side piece. That one person will be fulfilling all your needs. But if not, then yeah, you're not happily married.
No.
Okay.
I would say no. I think for the most part, if you got the side piece, he filling a role that your husband is not. So you got to look in that mirror and ask yourself, is the role that this person filling enough for me to leave this 15+ year marriage? And judging by the enthusiasm in your tone, it's sounding to me like the marriage is over. That's just my...
Kitty, no, we're not gonna go there yet. We haven't dove into this question, okay? Kitty, if we say for better or for worse, Kitty, I need your attention. Because if we say for better or for worse, that means for better or for side piece, doesn't it?
No, and I'm not finna do this with y'all today.
We in trouble.
You need to change that convince word to manipulate.
Ooh.
We're not gonna play those games right now. You took a vow. You took vows. You stood before God or whatever it is you believe in and said that you were
That
going to
part.
love this man in sickness and through health, for rich and for poor. You said that you committed whenever you took that vow. You committed to be there even in the hard times, even in the times where you were not fully emotionally fulfilled. You still took on that position to say that I'm going to have those conversations. I'm going to communicate. I'm not going to breach the trust in this marriage. You lack marital integrity. And if you lack marital integrity, you lack integrity as a person as well.
Now
She's
she getting on
based as
something
fuck.
that I'm talking about. Because that's how I
She's
feel.
based as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like I said earlier, especially with those that speak highly of how religious they are and in their faith, have zero conviction because their outcomes don't result from their conviction.
You remember, I don't know if you saw me the other day when I was talking about the church stuff. Like,
Yeah.
them people, it's like, because I grew up in the church, but I hear a lot of people talk, but y'all don't really believe what you saying. Y'all selling
I was
other people
smothered
wolf
in
tickets.
olive oil as bitches in the back room smoking crack. I'm sorry, no, that's the churches I grew up in, and that's dead ass. I'm not even joking. My auntie was a deacon in the church, smoked crack for 20 fucking years. I'm sorry, I've been through that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? 6, 7, 8 hours standing, sitting, hearing the drums beat, hearing
Don't
this.
bring back
You know,
bad
your
memories.
your ears ringing. Listen to some bitch that you know fucking everybody talking about how she devoted. Like what? See, the gaslighting and virtual signaling was the comment that I made. And I said that originated in the Christian church. I'm sorry, but you ain't gonna sit here and demise upon my existence, uplift yourself as you are a sinner in God's eyes, as you preach His word. Like there was plenty of motherfuckers that as if I was bigger than 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, man, I'd smash their fucking head in. Like
You
you's a
ain't lying.
bitch, bro.
You ain't lying.
Like, because
I
you
used
said,
to,
hey, I told pastors all the time, man, fuck you.
yeah, that's how, bro. I used to run into these preachers, like I was saying on the show, the ones that I used to run sound for, and I was like, bro, these people are so full of shit. Like I really like hated them. Like I'm like, I don't even want to get into it because
Well, the projection is not the reality. And when you went into the Drewski shit, no, he perfectly mocked the shit out of them.
yes.
And it doesn't matter. Go to a evangelist white church. Go watch that. What was that movie with Steve Martin, where he was a con artist that ran them churches back
Wasn't
in
he acting
that
like
movie?
wasn't he copying what's that guy's what I can't think of. You know who I'm talking
Well,
about.
fuck his
He used to
name.
come on TV.
Right, the 3, 4 o'clock in the morning channel, whatever, you know, you watching WBN, you watching
Yeah.
they on one of them channels. 4 o'clock in the morning talking about the Lord's gonna save you as soon as you send me $75. Like fuck you, homie.
Get this
I don't
personal
know what the
package
fuck you thought this was. Like, yeah. And this is and I grew up as a Roman Catholic. I'm sorry, but I've seen the contradictions in the church, and I have rejected them. Jesus Christ is not my Lord and Savior. He is not. I'm sorry. Do I believe he was a man of good faith and tried to help his people? Sure. There are many great men that try and help their people. Do I think he was the son of God? Absolutely not. Do I
These
think he
people
was
have
a
taken
very
these texts
highly
and twisted
trained
them.
individual? I think he was a very highly trained and intellectual individual. Yes. Was he supernatural or the son of God? Probably not. Because the same fucking story comes out of the Norse paganism. Odin hung from the tree of wisdom for 9 days to earn the wisdom of the 9 realms, stabbed himself with a spear, and sacrificed an eye. And the idol that was destroyed in Germany during World War II was Odin hanging on a cross with the ruins around him in a circle. You know what that symbol also comes from? It comes from
What?
the Native American tribes for north, east, south, west. It is the cross within the circle. You know where else
Mm-hmm.
that comes from? The Hindus. Except they show it as a Nazi sign, according to what people understand is of the swastika. But the swastika was never a detrimental symbol. It's been corrupted.
A lot of things have been corrupted. That's a fact.
Yes,
That's a fact.
I can get nuance with Christians and Muslims and monotheists. I can. But yet again, I run from the philosophy I will let you live if you let me live. Because tolerance should be approved by every God, no matter
Mm-hmm.
who they choose their name to be.
But that's the problem that I have with like some of my family and people that I know is that they'll beat you down because you don't believe, especially since I don't believe how they used to believe. I'm like, I
Hmm.
don't believe like so they'll beat me down, but I won't beat them down because I know better. They don't give me that same grace like you saying. They don't give me that. They
Well,
gon'
it's tolerance, and
mm-hmm,
they want to control your outcomes based on their security system because they are very insecure because they don't have conviction in the production of their outcomes through the morality base. So they're going to bash everybody else to make themselves feel better and more secure. And that's
mm-hmm.
the psychology behind it. And that's according to Carl Jung.
I gotta check him out. My guy Tom is back. He's in the comments. He says the debate is silly. The wife has to be what I deem as out of my league for me to be content. Either that or peace with home cooked meals. The sex part could be negotiable. Man,
Yeah, that's
he's something
hilarious.
else, bro. He's something else, man. I'm finna go back
But
to the
that's
clip.
that's program thought process. He is actually reflecting very, very it's actually stapled across all demographics. Doesn't matter if you're Asian, black, white, brown. That is stapled across all demographics. Well, she has to meet a standard, and then I have to meet a standard. Oh, hold on, hold on. Did y'all ever think about building the standard together? No.
To
You
me, it
think
seems
that
like it's up to
somebody's
her.
supposed to be perfect, but there's no growth, right? If you were saved, let's say a female saved a man, right? Brought him out of homelessness, did this, that, not. He was a fucking low level, whatever. And now he's the most prosperous motherfucker in the world. It is a control system that has been programmed into that individual to say, I did that. You need recognition. You need a medal. You need a trophy. You need some kind. You ain't talking to your homegirls going, oh, yeah, he was perfect when I met him. Ask one married woman for a duration of 50 years if that man was perfect when she met him.
Mm-hmm.
Ask the man, was that woman perfect? No, they created a circle of life together, and most motherfuckers that don't have that is mad because they don't. They mad. They real
Mm-hmm.
mad. I'm 42 years old. I'm finna be 43 in March. I've been with my wife since 2010. There are no extended families, no siblings. There is one surviving grandparent for our children. There is no great grandparents. They're all passed away. So our situation is that we are isolated to ourselves only because we don't have safety nets produced by other people. I can't go to my mama and be like, "Hey, mama, can you babysit the kids?" She's dead. I can't
Mm-hmm.
go, "Hey, mother-in-law, can you babysit the kids?" She's dead. Hey, grandpapa, mama, sorry, can you? No, he's dead. There is only one. Everybody else is gone. Great grandmas on both sides gone. Everybody else gone. I don't have that extended family, and she's the only child. I only got one sibling. Like the people have lost their way.
They have.
I gotta kick my child out by the time they're 18 because they grown. I ain't got time for your ass no more. Get the fuck out. I put my work in for your ass.
Mm-hmm.
I hated your fucking daddy anyway. Get the fuck out of my house. Don't matter, male, female, child. Like I've seen this shit in real life. So anybody that wants to say, "Oh, bro, you ain't black," nah, bro. I grew up in the hood of Milwaukee. I have no problems. If motherfuckers say that you can't say the N word, hey, come to my hood anytime. See how much the shit gets said all the time. And motherfuckers ain't popping my ass. Motherfuckers ain't swinging on me. Motherfuckers is dapping me up. So I don't want to hear this dumb shit.
So I guess we could say that for another day. So people that you around will let you say the N word.
Absolutely. All the time.
See, and like me personally, like I don't, because I had a white friend. He asked me, "Do I get the N word pass?" I'm like, "No." I had another white guy was like, because he thought he was cool with me, he could say it. I'm like, "No." I got into it with a Latino guy from the hood, and I was like, "Bro, don't say that around me." You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I can't rock with that. You know what I'm saying? It's something about that where I'm just like, nah, we cool, we can be cool, but I can't.
Yeah, but you grew up in Texas.
Yeah, I
I
can't
grew up
do
in
it.
Wisconsin. And I grew up in Milwaukee. And I'm not. If my skin is so white that I'm just white as white, right? Go meet the white motherfuckers in the hood that say that shit all the time.
See,
They
that's why
on
I couldn't
Instagram.
even do it, bro. I would have a hard
Go
time.
to one of the Instagrams that is 414 News or something about Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
Like go watch that shit. There's white motherfuckers all around that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up in the same neighborhoods, was around it all the time. No, I'm sorry. No, I grew up in this shit. It is not a race specific ideology. No, we all grew up in the hood. We all broke as fuck. We all smoking weed. We all selling dope. We all doing all the things. We all swimming in the same circles.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that's why
but
I I could.
I'm not 30. But I'm not 30 or 25. I grew up in. Hey, homie, you broke. You broke. Hey, we live in the same four family. Ain't nobody better than nobody
Mm-hmm.
else.
Mm-hmm.
What did Theo Vaughn say? Hey, bro, you want to share this plum? Like, like it
Yeah.
was not. It ain't about race. Hey, what's up with the big white dude that came from the south? He passed away. He was like, there was no black and white in Arkansas. It was poor.
Mm-hmm.
We all
See,
had
but it's just, but
the
like you
fucking
say,
ice.
even down here, even with that, I just because like I say, it was white dudes that we went to school with, and Mexicans that was in the hood with and whatnot. But I just could never ever. I was like, nah, they can't. I can't do that, bro.
But
Like
y'all are
that's
more homogeneous with culture though down in Texas because the Mexican is close to their homeland. There's a bunch of them. You got a bunch of white people that grew up in the Texas Walker, or I'm a Texas Ranger, right? I fought the Comanches. I grew up in Texas. I'm a gunslinger. That's how they was raised. It ain't the same in the north. It ain't the
hmm
same. You talking about a city of 600,000, not 6 million. Everybody knows everybody. I know you. Hey, ain't I seen you around? I seen you around somewhere before. Oh, okay. Joe know you. Okay.
No,
That's
I
just
get it.
how it
I mean,
is.
I get it. I get what you're saying. It's different up there, That's. But I'm just saying, like for me, it's different down here. And like if I was to come up that way, it would be like I would be like I can't even be around. It would just irk me to. It would just bother me so much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God, I can't
And
do
then, and that's and in the military they tell you about culture shock.
it. Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers can't handle because Texas is a different country than the state of Wisconsin. The state of Wisconsin is a different country than Illinois. Illinois is a different country than California. They are all different countries. We have the ability to understand that this country is so grand in landmass that it literally covers all of Eastern Europe all the way to fucking Central China and India. Sorry, that's what we're talking about here. Like they're literally separate countries, but yet again, we all
Look,
cohabitate.
yeah,
Violence happens to
it
people
is.
that wanna run in violent shit. That's just the way that it is. If you ain't out here selling dope or trying to be a gangster or trying to be some fucking white collar fucking scam artist, you ain't worried about your life getting taken. You ain't worried about your
Yeah.
human interactions on the daily. You know, depending on your geographical location to the center of violence or an epicenter or whatever, or to a border, because a border is now a street name. It ain't a fucking state. It ain't a county. It's a street name or a number. What did Von Thur say? You know, I'm from Clairville or whatever, Clairville, or whatever the fuck, East 1999 was, because that's the street. That's their street.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Rolling 60s. We roll over here because we on this block. Oh, King Vaughn is 126, whatever the fuck it was, right? Oh, they 6 blocks away. Like that's the craziness of this shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we finna slide. We finna kill you.
No, it
Like
is
I've actually
crazy.
proposed to special forces and knuckle draggers and people that operated as operators. How would you take over this country? And I'm not going to divulge that information on any channel. That is absolutely private information. But the thing is that people have thought about exactly cooing this fucking country.
Mm-hmm.
That have been trained to coup other countries, and it's a very simple plan. You know how
Oh,
it's being executed,
I would be a fool to think that nobody hasn't thought about this, in our country to think about that.
but they're executing it 100% right now under the Marxist regime or the Marxist fucking manifesto. I think they're on 8 or 9 of 10. They're almost done, and that's the fucking problem I have.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So relationships are no longer relationships; they're all transactional. What can I get out of you? Oh well, you ain't the perfect person. I can't get shit out of you. Maybe I can get a nut out of you once, right? That's the mentality. It's fucking
That's what most
crazy.
relationships have. It's just transaction. It's like, what you gonna give me so I can give you. It ain't no love. It ain't no. I don't see the connection no more. Even the people that I think that I really like, I'm like, it just feels so transactional. It's just like, okay, you're gonna give me some sex and I'll do something for you, but I thought I really liked you, but I don't think I do. You know what I'm saying?
But people will
I'm just being
denigrate
honest.
sex work because it's actual reality of transactional sex. I'm going to give you this. I expect the result of this, and then we're done. Now you got to be 6 foot, make 6 figures, have this, have that, and like I said, it's been propagated for over 20 years. Fresh and Fit talks about it. Hey, a man will take a McDonald's bitch, but a bitch won't take a McDonald's man. Like that's facts.
Big facts. That's big facts. Every time I hear people make that analogy, I'm like, that's so true. Because men will do it, but women won't do that. They'll never do that.
Yeah,
Because
it's
to them,
crazy.
that's settling. But
now,
men
now check
settle
this
all the
out.
time.
So one of the things that I bring up, right, and it pisses women off. I always say, can you have children naturally? Especially if you're a Christian, right? Did God give you the gift to not have complications? Oh shit, that fucks with them all the time.
That's
Like,
a fact.
can you give birth naturally without complications? But women have been programmed. No, I gotta go to the doctor, and I gotta get this, and I no, you're programmed.
Mm-hmm.
Women ain't supposed to give birth on their back. Oh, you a man? What you know about the woman's body? A shit ton after my wife got pregnant.
Yeah, you
A
told me about
shit ton. No, but I have to understand the system of which I'm going to operate. I didn't know what the fuck a birth plan was. I didn't know what the fuck this emergency intervention would produce as an outcome if said I had to train myself. I have to become aware. Situational awareness is understood in the hood when you rolling for the ops, but not when you paying your taxes. Like,
it.
what are
Yeah.
we talking about here? How are you trained? Let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Can you operate within systems, or do you operate completely circumventing systems, or do you operate to the systems that propagate you in good ways and then you circumvent the ones that are detrimental? How do we operate within systems? And people don't want to have this conversation. It's the same thing with a relationship. Do you have devotion? Now, if you're a Christian, you will have devotion to God, but you won't have devotion to your partner that is supposed to be your mate, your securer, your lover, your confidant, your friend. Like,
Because I want somebody to have power over me, lunatic.
well, what are you afraid of? Your insecurities.
There you
You
go.
can't be honest with yourself in the mirror, so how the fuck can you be honest with somebody else?
It's true. You got Tom over here again. He says, "Why is that a bad thing? Transactional over the years eventually leads to love, or it can go complete opposite." So,
What's his definition of transaction, though? What's the definition of transaction? Is it monetary? Is it physical? Is it mental? Is it emotional? Which transaction is supposed to be capitalistic in your thought process? And then I'm going to go on mute.
hmm, I don't know what he's thinking. In the way I'm thinking about it is, I'm just kind of being kind of general when it comes to men and women. I think for men, it's sex versus the woman, money, resources, being a provider, being a protector, those types of things, and the man gets the sex. And so I think what he's saying is that like that's just a normal part of the process, and that's just how it goes. But in my opinion, if you start it off like that, then you have to finish it that way. And I don't want to be transactional versus I do something for you for sex, because I'm the type of
Right.
guy I really need to know. Like, okay, cool, we're gonna get to that the sex, and then I provide and do such. But I need to know that when I need you as just a human being, no sex, that you're gonna be there.
Well, you can't be an emotional
It's
creature. So what do you why would a man need emotion or emotional support? You a bitch if you need that, right?
right.
You can't cry
But I
because you a bitch, right? Yeah, that's
right.
just he is talking, like I said earlier, program talking points of a position that is very insecure in the production of his own personal outcomes.
Because
What
look
are
what he
you
said.
worried
Look,
about?
look at the next comment too. He said, "If a woman is eye candy, I always encourage them to chase the bag. If you can milk a sugar daddy, do it. They have a limited time, so might as well. Pretty don't last forever." That's their
Yeah,
That's programming.
that's program. That's program shit. And you don't actually have any conviction of thought, right? You don't have any real time outcomes of production because you are only talking program talking points. You're not talking about anything that is lived. You're not talking about anything that is actually propagated in your life. This is all program bullshit that is on mainstream media pages, mainstream multi-million view fucking YouTube posts. But yet again, anybody that talks about a real topic is not being promoted, is not getting advertisers behind them, is not being promoted through the algorithm, is absolutely being shadow banned. But
I also think that goes into what you was talking about. It sounds like he has insecurities Yeah, those insecurities that he letting.
because that's the base. So if you're a mechanic, right? I understand this system of an engine. It's an internal combustion engine off of this particular fuel, whether it be gas, diesel, liquid propane, or compressed natural gas. It operates off of compression, air, heat, and transfer. So, do you understand how this is operated? Okay, when I have a problem come to me for a truck, I always ask the question, what am I missing? Did I miss the point with my wife when she was manipulating her body in a certain way or wearing certain clothes, or did I miss the telltale signs? Right. So a telltale, right, according to a truck, is that light that pops up on the dash and says you got a check engine light. Yo, shit fucked up. You got a malfunction indicator. That is called a telltale in the diesel world. In life, what is a telltale sign? Oh, supposedly it's a green flag or a red flag.
Red flag, right.
Well, what's a green flag? Everybody wants to talk about the red flags. What's a fucking green flag? Oh, that conversation ain't being held. But that's not a conversation that's being held. Show me one YouTube video that says, "Oh, green flags for women."
Nobody talks about green flags. They never
because they focus on the negative because our system operates by insecurities. Oh shit, he said this about black people. Let me click on it. Boom. Oh shit, he said this about white people. Let me click on it. Boom. Oh shit, he said this about Democrats. Boom. Oh shit, he said this about Republicans. Boom. Because the label, title, the category of individual groups that I wish to abide by have to be secure. Otherwise, why would I identify with that shit? If I was on the losing side of a gang fight, why the fuck would I say I was going to be on that losing side? My conviction would tell me that I would want to be on that losing side. Not the promotable propagation of, oh yeah, well their shit's winning. Maybe I should dissolve my loyalty and my conviction to go to the side that's winning, which makes me a jello human that has no conviction in anything that I say or do. I'm just going to go abide by what's happening and those that are winning. And that's just fucking wild. And this program mentality, and it manipulates the populace all the time. And I'm sorry, but I'm getting real passionate about this now because I'm tired of this psychological fucking warfare, and I want to point it out.
Nah, you good, bro. Nah, you all right with me, man. We just having a conversation. It just kind of, delves off into other stuff, which is cool. I don't have a problem with that, especially with the topic that we talking about.
Well, these systems are complicated. So when you talk about relationships, a relationship is very complicated, especially when you incorporate younger offspring that are responsibilities. Like that shit. Oh, well, I had a one night stand with you, but guess what? 9 months. We finna have a friend along for the ride. But back in the day, there was forced congregation. That was forced. Congregation was forced through a religious moral apparatus. You had to marry the individual that you impregnated, and then they hid the fact that there was moral contradiction to the religion or the practice of that religion, right? I mean, through the 50s, you weren't supposed to have premarital sex. There was a standard amongst supposedly society, right? That's what's promoted. But that wasn't the reality. People were fucking people back in the day.
Yeah.
Young, old, it mattered. I mean, they had the housewives on literal ecstasy. Literal ecstasy or methamphetamine. They literally sent the wives that weren't sexually satisfied to the doctor to go have an orgasm.
Yeah.
You were hysteric.
I was just about to say that, bro. I was just
like,
about to say
what is the fucking reality versus the propagation? Now, if you're not sexually satisfied, or you're not morally satisfied, or you're not emotionally satisfied, have a fucking conversation with your mate, with the person that you let inside of you or you go inside of.
Right.
Like you ain't worried about that moral shit when you fucking, cause you all about that physical and what's happening up here in your brain. But busting nuts ain't the greatest thing in the world when you got to handle the accountability of the actions after the fact. Oh, that ain't my baby. Oh, you take me to court. Oh, so you rely on an outside entity to have accountability over you? Like, what the fuck is that? Look at yourself in the mirror. Michael Jackson said it best. I'm looking at the
The
man
man in
in
the
the
mirror.
mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Go listen to them wise words. Play the song. Fuck the copyright. Like, that shit is real.
Mm-hmm.
I am self accountable. I don't need the police to come tell me I'm doing wrong. What the fuck is that? I am
Right.
self accountable to my own morality. But a woman can be 14, or I'm sorry, a female can be 14 as a teenager, then work herself up to an 18-year-old. What's your body count? I'm on 150. I just made 18. I'm finna make these millions on OnlyFans because I see all these other bitches doing it. That's propagated. That is promoted. That is ridiculousness. And I'm sorry, but even in the Norse pagan religion, that shit is unacceptable.
I know it is. I've seen, some of the stories of just, how they talk, and you don't do that until you get with another man. You stay with that man, you have kids, and if he dies, whatever, you get you another man. You don't be bouncing around like that was frowned upon. Have you ever seen? Is this Norse? Was it what was that show? It was a Viking show. You know what I'm
Yo,
talking
well,
about?
Vikings, are you talking about the History Channel show, Vikings?
Is it Vikings? No, it wasn't the History Channel. It
With
was
Ragnar and all that
yeah, it
other
had
shit?
Ragnar. Ragnar. Is that
Yeah,
Norse?
and go read those actual stories about that man. All that shit is fake. That man actually died in that snake pit.
You said it's fake. He died in the
So,
snake pit. Tell me,
yeah,
but he died. They
so
killed
the
him in the snake
king,
pit, and on
well,
the show.
no. On the show, he didn't die in the snake pit. He died in the cage in like 3 seasons later or whatever the
Oh
fuck.
yeah,
But
he did. That's right. You're right. You're right.
the
He
the
did.
actual story of Ragnar Lothbrok, he died in that king snake pit at the end of the first season. That's literal history.
Mm-hmm.
But yet again, the literal history of what that man did as far as traveling to locations outside to find resources because his people were starving is what the message that people were missing. People were starving.
Yeah.
They had outgrown their system of production
Yeah,
because
that was like
of
the
the
very first episode or two, wasn't it?
yes, they were starving. So what are you supposed to do?
Right.
You go learn some new shit. You go
Mm-hmm.
find a solution to the problem. Well, their solution to the problem made them a problem to the rest of the world for over 1,000 fucking years. And they were smart people, and they're still smart people. And they fucking whiter than white and blue eyed and blonde hair, and they live out in the snow and in the mountain. Like, what the fuck? Doesn't mean they're not smart. Like, I don't understand where this superiority complex comes in, especially in today's day and age. Like, Mark Henry was the only world's strongest man, and I knew that was black. Go name another one. Go name an Olympic swimmer that was black. I can name thousands of runners that were Olympians that were black. Name a
Mm-hmm.
swimmer.
I
Is
can't.
superiority complex only isolated to the demographics of what we are trained to understand? Can we learn from everybody else? Absolutely. We did that as a human race for over 2,000 years. What's good and what's bad. This shit today is that people are very, very comfortable in being a fucking moron. That's the problem. And have no skills. I just entertain people, but you're a fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're gonna be promoted to the highest level according to the algorithm because you put asses to seats and have them stuck in their digital dungeon.
I think a lot of people kind of just buy into one side of things, and when I say that, as far as like black athletes. Like, I'm just, this is the God's honest truth. Most black people, we're naturally talented at like sports and doing physical things. But okay, so for example, like football, right? You got a lot of these black quarterbacks who are very talented, right? But when they get to the league, the talent isn't enough. You need to actually know how to play the position, know how to read defenses, and things like that. And some of them have a hard time doing that because they weren't taught to do that in college and whatever. They was just taught, look, you're a great athlete. You can throw the ball here, you can run it here, you can do whatever. You don't really have to put the more cerebral aspect to it. And then you have some of the white quarterbacks. They're not talented, but they're very cerebral, and so they combine that with more of the physical. Let me get stronger, so I can be able to throw the ball deeper. Let me focus on this and that, and combine it with my cerebral aspects. That's what makes them a better athlete. But when it comes to the black athletes, they don't put the cerebral to it, and then they be failing. But if they would just say, look, yes, I'm talented. Yes, I'm gifted at doing physical things. But once I put my mind to it and actually learn how to play the position, that would make me just as good as any other quarterback. And they never, most of them don't do that. That's where I think we fail a lot. That's my
that,
opinion.
that's crazy work because you know who Doug Williams is or was
Yeah,
from the
Redskins.
yeah. What happened to
Hmm.
him after he beat John Elway in the Super Bowl? What happened to him? You never heard
Nothing.
from that motherfucker again.
Nothing.
Super Bowl MVP as well.
Yeah, nothing.
Name a young homie that can mention that man's name. Name a young
It ain't
man that
many.
even knows who the fuck he is.
It ain't many. You remember
So
people
this
like
this
Cam Newton? Cam Newton was very talented, very gifted, big guy. I mean, bigger than the lineman, playing quarterback. Went to a Super Bowl, but he couldn't put all of the other things together to actually win the Super Bowl. But it was all there.
well, I mean, so and I hate football as an example. I like combat sports more. So if you look at a Sugar Ray Robinson, right,
Right.
or the heavyweight champ of the world, Johnson,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
These are men that set precedents on the outcomes they produce. Jack Johnson was the baddest motherfucker as a heavyweight in the ever, in my opinion. Jack Johnson was the baddest fucking heavyweight in the world ever that lived, ever that lived. I'm gonna fuck white women in your face. I'm gonna be paid in your face, and I'm gonna beat the fuck out of anybody you step in front of me.
And they
And I
wasn't
don't give a
boxing
fuck
in
they
no
calling
fucking.
me.
They wasn't boxing in no fucking AC arenas.
No, you boxing in the heat
You in the heat.
outside 100 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
No. He punished men that thought that they was going to do anything to him. He punished them. He picked men up off the canvas to hit them again to put them down again, just to show everybody in the audience. You think you something? Watch this. Pow! Hold on, that motherfucker went down. Fuck the referee. I'm gonna help him back up. Pow! Put him back down. Oh, I'm gonna carry this motherfucker for 10 more rounds so I can pummel his face in to show you people that you ain't shit compared to me. I don't know, man. And Sugar Ray Robinson went 90 fights before he lost.
Something like that.
Killed a man in the ring and had a dream the day before.
Yep, killed him.
Told him I didn't want to fight him. I
Mm-hmm.
had a premonition I killed this man. And he did. He killed him with the same punch. He said it was going to be a left hook and put him to sleep permanently. No, but these men didn't fight 3 times a year either. They fought 3 times a month, 15 rounds.
Yeah, yeah,
They didn't play
yeah.
fucking games. Henry Armstrong, one of the fucking most versatile fighters off of determination alone. He wasn't a very skilled fighter, but yet again, he won the 147-pound title, won the middleweight championship, and went all the way up to I think light heavyweight. Like, what the
Mm-hmm.
fuck? Determination and conviction. And then the production of your outcomes, according to Achilles, sets your name in history.
Mm-hmm. And see, the reason why I know you say you don't like football, but I like the to use football as an example because I played football and I know firsthand what it's like to play different positions. And if you don't know what you're doing, then you like the worst player out there. You know what I'm saying? But if you
Mm-hmm.
could be somebody who's not very talented, but if you know the position and you know where to be, you could look like an all-star. And I think
Well,
that makes
teamwork
a
carries the weakest
big
link.
difference.
Well,
Yeah.
teamwork carries the weakest link, and that's why socialists, as far as a governmental system, want that system because they are the weakest link. They
Right.
mad about everybody that actually does shit for themselves. You shouldn't do that. You didn't help nobody else. Man, fuck you. Help yourself, bitch ass mother. I was about to say it like, and I'm being respectful. Like I'm not gonna drop it, but like, nah, respect for yourself, bitch ass motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
no. Who the fuck is gonna hold your hand through life? Nobody. Your daddy didn't. Was he present? Your mama didn't. Was she present? She might have been
Mm-hmm.
there, but was she present? Was she scolding you when you did something wrong? Did she reaffirm your actions when you did something right? What was right and what was wrong according to your moral standpoint or your moral conviction? A lot of people like to stand on their soapbox. Let me see your outcomes. Well, I got a degree. So you sat in school and got told what to do for fucking 9 years. Congratulations. You got a certificate of participation, bitch.
Give me a second here. Hold on.
I know dudes got Bronze Star for Valor with stars. You know what they doing? Chilling, going fishing. Some of the smallest dude in the world carry a saw through the ruggedest mountains. Can carry over 150 pounds on them, twice their body weight. Small ass dudes. Some of the best fighting men I ever stand next to. Like, this shit is wild nowadays. And people shit on the military. Well, we swore an oath to a standard. It's called the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution is attached to the Bill of Rights.
Yeah. Oh man. Look,
But
I'm getting bothered. I'm getting bothered, bro. I
am I
need
making
to
you
get
mad?
off.
I'm sorry, bro.
No, not you, not you. I'm somebody's bothering me on my phone. I'm gonna have to get out of here, bro. I gotta dip. I gotta go because
Roger that. Personal shit
I'm getting
got
summoned.
precedence.
I'm getting summoned. Yeah, I'm getting summoned, as they say. As they used to say. Like, come on, we waiting on you. Okay, we waiting on you. All right. I know.
All right, Roger that.
I like
And
doing my live thing, man. Shit, they probably looking at me right now. Like, look, he on the damn computer. He's supposed to be.
get your ass up here, fool. We got shit to do.
Yeah, and I done lie. Yeah, I'm right down the street. No, I ain't. I'm sitting at the house. But yeah, man. I appreciate you coming out here. I'm gonna come back. I was gonna make a video tonight because I wanted to. You know what I should have did? A video. I'm gonna do a video, but I should have did a live about this woman. I think it was a Senate hearing, and she was still couldn't explain the difference between a man and a woman.
No, I
She
saw
was
that, and it
down.
was a
You
doctor.
saw
Yeah,
that?
she and and
Yeah,
and she was of Indian descent, and it's the
yeah,
most hilarious shit in the world.
yeah.
And I don't, and that's why I say academia has left the building. These are supposedly people that sat in school for 10 years. They have doctorates by supposedly, and this is also alleged, right? She has an alleged doctorate that makes her a doctor, which makes
Mm-hmm.
her supposedly more superior according to our system because she's highly educated. Doesn't matter how trained she is in real world scenarios, she's highly educated on those scenarios. But yet again, if I throw you in the ring and say, hey, if you get hit with punches, it's going to hurt, versus, hey, you better make sure your hands is up so you don't get hit, that's a different philosophy, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't match. The shit that's happening in Congress, and I'm sorry, but we have a tyrannical federal government. All these systems are failed. They are all subsidized. We live in a socialist society as is. As is. Medicare for all, not a real thing. I'm not going to have the government decide what I put in my body or how I exercise my body. Education, information is free or relatively cheap. Training is nobody's stopping anybody from going to experience in life but yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, there's millions of examples of that shit. So I don't buy the shit. I think it's all propaganda. I think it's placing people that are very accustomed to that scenario in their place. I think there's a very small portion of the population that gets shit done, and we'll see what the outcomes are. I don't have a positive outlook on this. I'm very very pessimistic as far as race wars, civil war, civil unrest, ignorance upon ignorance, and just people don't understand how shit works. And I think that's pretty obvious. And if I'm wrong, let me know.
All right. Well, yeah, I might. I think I'm just gonna end up doing a video about it, but I might end up doing a live about it too. But if I do, you'll see it. And if I do the live, you can talk about it. I'm pretty sure Gen X will pop up here if he sees it too. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all coming through. I appreciate everybody checking out the show, man. Make sure y'all go follow the Lunatic Libertarian on YouTube. And as always,